Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series. We've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. So, I bought this monitor after catching Evan's review because I have a photography background, and hearing him say it was decent pushed me to pull the trigger. My last setup was basically a cheap Best Buy monitor just to have a screen. So this feels like stepping into a real setup. When I pull up the photos I did in university on an iMac and compare them to this monitor and my prints, the vibrance is a hair punchy by default, but the overall tone lines up with what I used to shoot and print, so it didn't wreck my workflow. The good news is the menu actually tells you what each button does, which is a world's improvement from the guessing game I used to play on that old monitor. Some features seem locked, so I can't dial the vibrancy down any further, which is a little frustrating given how much I tweak colors in post. I also had to swallow the extra $50 for a taller stand because I'm taller than most folks and wanted the screen closer to eye level. The online chatter suggested the stand could be adjusted in height, but the manual and what came in the box aren't helpful, and I can't find a simple way to shave off a couple inches. It would have been nice to have it about 2 inches shorter, but you make do with what you've got. Back in 1982, I got my first computer and monitor, and after trying plenty of displays, this monitor is the best I have ever used. Period. I wanted an IPS panel that could sit close to the desk so I wouldn't have to tilt my head up just to see the screen properly. And this one does that well. The stand goes low enough that I'm not craning my neck, and the eye care tech is a real thing in practice. The 4 view modes are handy. Reading mode lowers brightness a lot, which is a lifesaver for long editing sessions. I'm not exaggerating when I say it changes how long I can look at the screen before my eyes fatigue. When I need to do image editing or video work, I switch to the multimedia mode for brighter, more accurate colors, and then back to reading for daily use. And get this monitor has more bells and whistles than I expected for the price. Some are genuinely useful, some a bit superfluous, but they don't get in the way. The build feels solid, colors look nice and consistent, and after a few months of daily use, I've had no dead pixels. One standout perk is the DisplayPort NST for multi-monitor setups, which makes daisy chaining clean and simple. There's also a built-in microphone with a front mute button, handy if you jump between calls and work without grabbing the keyboard. The microphone is off by default, so you actually have to turn it on if you want to use it. The downsides? The brightness auto-adjust is neat, but not perfect on a desktop. I ended up setting brightness manually and dialing it in because the ambient light doesn't change enough to justify the auto feature for me. The stand bottom has no cable routing hole, which is a drag, though there is a top routing hole that mostly serves as a handle more than anything. The speakers are pretty much unusable, which is common for monitors, but it's still a nuisance if you expect to rely on them. Overall, this monitor is a huge step up from where I started, and I'd happily pay more for the value it gave me, especially if you care about comfort and color workflow. If eye fatigue is a thing for you, this might be exactly what you need.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.